In this video, we're going to be talking about different coupling systems, the way they engage, the way they look, and whether they're that effective or not. We're also then going to get onto the coupling system that most of us use in the UK, the tension lock coupling system. And the question I have for you is it still worth, well, being around in 2020? Let's find out. Well, hello YouTube, this is Light123 and today we're going to be doing a very different video. We're going to be talking about the different types of couplings used on model railway systems, track systems. I'm going to start off by talking about some of the HO ones that you see quite commonly these days, and then we're going to go back to the humble tension lock coupling. So the first one I'm going to talk about is commonly used on HO layouts. It is called the lock horn coupling system. It's basically, there's a little bit of plastic there which pushes this hook back into the straightened position, and when you get two pieces of this rolling stock together, it creates a couple in the hook part here. As you can see up against that background there is a hook in there, and then once you get those two together they hook together quite nicely and quite firmly. What I like about this coupling system is that you can quite clearly see there is some kind of realism going on. When you have trains like this running around a layout, they do look quite realistic with this coupling system sticking out the front. With the tension locks that we see on pretty much all of the Hornby stuff for the UK, and anybody who does stuff for the UK, the realism isn't there for me. The main issue I have with this coupling system is there's not an easy fix. If you have one coach which has a coupling that's a bit higher than the other one, they're not going to engage, and there's very little you can do about that without modifying the coupling system on one of the coaches. Now we're going to move on to the KD coupling, which is certainly becoming more and more of a favoured coupling over here in the UK because you can put them in NEM pockets now. The KD coupling again gets 10 out of 10 for what I'd say realism. It just looks like something you would see on a real train coupling system. I like the feel of these. When these two couple, there's certainly a feeling of realism about it. I can't explain it. You don't get that same enjoyment out of it as with the tension locks. Again, it's a similar kind of system of two hooks that then hook over each other with a little spring that then repels parts to help it all stay together. It's quite nicely done, and you can see they do couple quite well. I do quite like this coupling system, but it's plagued with the same problem as the first one I showed you, and that is that if you get a coach where one's a lot higher than the other on the coupling, they will not engage, and that is a real problem for me. And now moving on to the very last coupling system I'm going to show you other than the tension lock. This is called, now bear with me here, I think it's Felton. It's something along those lines. It is a very interesting coupling system, and for the look of it I have to say it is my favourite. That just to me looks like a train coupling system, and when these two couple together, they couple so close, it's hard to do it. I just had to stop the video there to actually get them to finally couple, but look at how close they are when they are coupled together, and the realism of that coupling. I don't know if it will stay coupled if I turn it over. Look in there, that just it's come uncoupled again. But that, when it's together, looks so realistic. It's very difficult to get this effect without putting them down on a track. But like all the others, it's plagued with that problem of if one is too high or too low, they will not engage. And now let's move on to pretty much the most known coupling system around, which is the tension lock in the UK anyway. It is, well, pretty simple. Two hooks, one comes up, one stays down, and they join together, and that's it. What I don't like about this coupling system is the realism. It just does not look real. When have you seen a train with that sticking out the front of it? It just doesn't look right. What I do love about this coupling system is the strength, the durability of it. All the other ones that I've shown you, the KD couplers, they're just not strong. I don't think if you were to give that to a child as part of a starter set, it would last very long. The tension lock can be given so much force, and it just feels strong. I would not want to be doing that with this. There are different size tension locks as well. We get these smaller NEM ones as well. don't know what the official name for them is, I'm not 100% sure. But what I'm trying to get at here, the main point I'm making is, when people complain that tension lock couplings aren't real enough, they're absolutely right, they're 100% right. But my main argument is, if I'm a child and I buy some very, very cheap, inexpensive rolling stock, and one coupling's down here and the other one's up there, I can use that hook and still engage it. See? That can ride that much higher up and it doesn't matter. I can still use this rolling stock on my layout. It is such a simple system and it is so easy. It's just such a good system. The couplings on this system engage quite nicely as well. There's no sort of trickiness about trying to line them up and getting them to couple. If you put two of these bits of rolling stock on the track, they will run quite well and stay coupled. Now, a lot of the more modern tension locks now quite often are sprung, and sometimes the springs can derail trains. I've noticed that with some of my own rolling stock. But the humble tension lock coupling, although it's not realistic, if you're trying to get young people interested in this hobby, it is key if we want to try and keep this hobby going. Just imagine a starter set with KD couplings. As beautiful as they are, they just get broken within seconds. I just don't think they have that durability that the tension lock does. And although myself sometimes have looked at it and thought, oh god, it just ruins the look of a train that I'm running, and the gap between the coaches sometimes looks really unrealistic. It is so simple, and it's given me so many hours of pleasure just being able to couple up trains nice and quickly and easily. And so my final verdict really on the tension lock coupling system is, I think it is a great train system, but not for its realism. It works perfectly, but it just isn't very realistic. And that is pretty much it for today, guys. Leave a like down below, leave some comments, let me know what you think of this, what I'm saying, if you think I'm right, if you think I'm wrong. If there's a better one out there that I haven't mentioned, I've only mentioned 4 in this video. I know there's tons out there, but that's the only 4 that I've ever used. So like I say, thank you very much for watching everybody, and I'll see you all in the next video. Thank you so much everybody, bye.